Hi, Gemini. Some sage to cleanse the space. Three chimes to bring in positive energy. Thank you, Spirit. This is a general tarot card reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Gemini. What would you like Gemini to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Gemini, welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. Ooh, look at that. Welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive tarot card reader. Ooh, what is going on there? Wow, you got some fast 555s. Fives for the Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Gemini. Gemini, I am an intuitive tarot card reader. I do look at the sun placement, the moon placement, and other planetary placements to get an idea of the energy that is surrounding you at this time. But first and foremost, I do trust my intuition. It is my hope that during this reading, you learn to trust your intuition as well. I think that tarot cards are a wonderful way to vet what we are thinking, what we are experiencing. And I do believe that by tuning in on a regular basis and getting to know the tarot cards and the meanings behind the tarot cards, it really does help us use the readings to vet. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Gemini. Gemini, the foundation, the basis of your reading this week is the Nine of Pentacles. You have gathered everything that you need to create a new way of life. And that is backed by the Ace of Cups. And this new way of life is going to bring in spiritual and emotional fulfillment. There is a spiritual healing that is a result of you pulling together, bringing together a new way of life. And this is the process. This is the creative of. It's like the beginning of this change. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading this week, Gemini. And in your public life, in your professional life, we start with the Eight of Pentacles. Here you are. You know what it is that you would like, and you know what it is that needs to happen to achieve it. It's like you're doing what you love, and that is what matters. Everything else, the outside world, is like you have a dream and you're following that dream and you are focused on making that dream happen. And I love that that is followed by the Page of Pentacles, which is a new gift, a new way. And obviously, when we see pentacles, we think of money. But this is more than money. It's like the stuff. It's like the things that come along with money. It's a physical gift, a new life, a new change. But there's something here. Thank you, Spirit. So fives in the tarot represent change. It represents change, motion, adventure, expansion, travel, and we have two fives here. It's like you are ready for action. This is a pivotal time. So sometimes when we see the Five of Cups in the tarot, we can see that there's someone that is looking at the past. They're looking at the turned over, the spilt cups in the past. They're looking at what they've lost. And because they're busy at looking at what they've lost, they're not seeing the gift, the fulfillment in the present. All they need to do is turn. All they need to do is look at the present, to be in the present. It's a pivotal time. This is a pivotal time for you. It is a time to be and stay in the present. When those past thoughts creep into your mind, it's important that you take hold and you stop those and you replace those with thoughts of the present, on the gifts of the present, which is really why practicing gratitude is a good idea. Practicing gratitude keeps us in the positivity of the present. And when we stay in the positivity of the present, there's that 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles is creating legacy wealth. It's creating big money. It's receiving the benefits. It's receiving the bonus. You have become, or you are now, very clear on what is needed. You are very clear on the techniques. You're very clear on solutions. And you're even becoming very clear in the thought patterns that are required in order to receive the higher levels of success that you're wanting to receive. And that's why we have all of these positive cards here. You have the right combination. You have the right combination. And this is a pivotal time for you, and it's time for action. The higher success levels you desire are here for you. Now that you have a plan, now that you are aware of what it is that is needed, you may be finding that things are costing more than you anticipated. The only thing that we can do is the best that we can with what we have. The best that we can with what we have. When we know better, we do better, Gemini. You have everything that you need to achieve the level of success. It's going to require you to stay in the present and do the best with what you have today. It takes money to make money. It does. It takes money to make money. And well spent, well invested money. And so when things end up costing more than they're meant to cost, or when we are really needing to maintain or keep a budget, that is Source preparing us for later, greater abundance. There's abundance coming in for you. But first, it requires that you learn to manage and you learn to budget or stay within a budget and really look at each and everything as what is important and what is not. And that's how we learn to properly use the gifts that Spirit is bringing into us. And the better we are able to manage our budget, the better we are able to manage what Source does bring into us, the more that Source brings to us. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Gemini. And Gemini, in your private life, in your personal life, and this would be home, family, love, friendships. We start with the 5 of Swords. Harsh words, disagreements, being the victor. You have won this. You have won this. Followed by the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is the wealthiest card in the tarot. If we look closer, not only does the King have the Pentacles, but he also has the grapes. He has everything else that is associated with money. Followed by the 4 of Swords, which is taking time out to think, taking time out to plan, to meditate, to connect with Source. And the Magician card, I'm not surprised to see the Magician card for you, Gemini. You do receive the Magician card quite frequently. Many times when I see the Magician card come up in readings, I will think of the Gemini because you do receive this card so frequently. But Gemini, this is Source telling you you have everything that you need to succeed. You have everything you need for success. You've been wanting to change things up in your love life, and you are in the perfect energy to do that. If you've been wanting to conceive, the energy is right to conceive, but the energy is ripe for creation. So maybe you're not wanting to conceive. Maybe you're wanting to move to a new home. Maybe you're wanting a new car, or there's something new in your private life that you've been wanting to start. A new love. Now is the time. If it's not new love, maybe it's mending a broken relationship. Now is the energy. Now is the time to mend a broken relationship. You have an eye on the prize, and you're wanting to make a move. You're ready to make this happen. You're ready to get this started. And whatever it is, it's just going to take a conversation. You're going to need to be the one to break the ice. You are going to need to be the one to have that talk, to initiate the conversation. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Gemini. And Gemini, message from Spirit. We start with the 2 of Cups, which is a healing relationship. A healing relationship. The Emperor card. Perhaps we've been dealing with some. So the Emperor card can represent the zodiac sign of Aries. Perhaps there's an Aries coming into your life, or perhaps you're dealing with an Aries. You may have a little bit of Aries in your birth chart, but many times when I see the Emperor card, I'll say nothing is written in stone. Maybe dealing with someone that is stubborn or unwilling to change their mind, unwilling to change their thought processes. But here we have the Knight of Swords, which is the only Fool's Rush in. And many times when I see swords in tarot, I'll think of words. And so you're ready to rush in and have this conversation with someone that has been maybe a little bit unwilling or unaccepting to change. But because you are in the energy of change, in the energy of creating, I see you having that conversation, having that talk. And as a result, there's going to be that change, and it's going to be a change that brings in a lot of new opportunity and a lot of new growth in this relationship. You know, Gemini, there is a lot here about money and a lot about finance. And your challenge here is going to be to learn how to manage your money, manage your finances. We do need to learn how to manage that before source, before the universe brings us in the wealth that we have been working so hard to create. And I see this person helping you work through that. Are you taking a hold of that? You know, this may be you. In the past, you've been unwilling to make changes to how you budget, unwilling to make changes on how you finance. But I see you really beginning a new relationship with your money and with your finances and really taking action on that. And because you are doing that and because you are willing to make those small changes, abundance is going to come in for you. The wealth you seek is going to come in for you, but only after you make those changes.